So I think I know what I want the Browns to do, depending on what Andrew Berry wants to do. This is not a prediction of what the Browns are going to do. It's what I would do. I've thought about it for a while. This is what I'm going to do. Personally, I think Andrew Berry is going to do everything he can to trade out of that spot, get more picks, maybe try to do his best to get a pick for 2027, and see what he can do from there. So we're getting excited about some names. I'm just going to go at it as if I'm at 6, because, again, I don't know who's going to trade up at 6. Like, who's going to come up? Is somebody going to come up for Ty Simpson at 6?
People have conjured up a bunch of Dallas Cowboys scenarios.
The Dallas is crazy enough to do it, but some of the crazy scenarios, like I saw a Bleacher Report one, of course it included you-know-who. It was like, well, the Browns get another first-rounder in 2026. I don't need another first-rounder in 2026. If you're making that trade with that guy, you-know-who, we're going to 2027 with those picks, and 28 and 29. I don't need... In an arguably not great draft, I don't need all them picks in 2026. You do need players, okay? If you want to make this a 4 first-round pick thing or something like that, you better guarantee me something in 2027. We're going to do that. So, yeah, the Cowboys might be a team that would do something like that, okay? But I just think that mostly who do people usually move up for? There has been a history of yesteryear where you would move up for a running back. No. Maybe some wide receivers.
Even with the resurgence of the running back position, I still don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe if it were like, you mentioned Washington. If Washington, because it's only it's one pick away. If you wanted to do it, fine. Because somebody else might be, I got the Cowboys on the line. Better make a deal. Like that type of thing. Who knows?
Even though as a fan, you always feel stupid having to trade up one spot. Yeah. You're like, we just got conned.
Yeah, you always feel that way. So I have my plan at number 6 and number 24. Let's say we're just staying where we're at right now, okay? Because I can't guarantee what other teams are going to do and other teams are going to move. Who do you think I'm going to take at number 6?
I thought it was just going to be Carnell Tate.
Okay, because I'm an offensive line guy, and I figure you may not have been paying attention to me, and you might stereotype me. I'm taking Carnell Tate.
Okay.
You can put him on the outside. You can line him up just almost anywhere. He's going to be a great wide receiver. If I use the word solid, people don't want solid at number 6 overall. They want number 1 quality wide receiver.
That's not this draft. I think people got to get that out of their minds. I joked over the weekend that Carnell Tate was the 6th best player on Ohio State last year. And
that's just how good Ohio State was.
And we're getting him at number 6 overall. Yeah. You feel like you want something better than that, but, Jeremiah Smith's not available in this draft.
Exactly.
By the way, would he go number 2?
In this draft?
Would he go number 1?
Oh, if you gave an option, Sam Block is a media member who asked this question. I kind of wanted to do it as a diabolical one in case people got out of line during coming in hot on Friday. He asked the question, if you could take Jeremiah Smith knowing you could not use him until 2027,
I love this, yeah.
Would you take him in this draft? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I ain't going anywhere.
Right.
I will take Jeremiah Smith.
It'd be a tough pill to swallow for a while, but at least the hype machine would go up.
That doesn't mean that Carnell Tate's bad. It's a generational type of athlete that Jeremiah Smith is. If you're on the other side of Jeremiah Smith, one guy's going to make plays. It's the same thing. One of the knocks on Caleb Downs is, where's he at on Tate? It's like, well, when you're playing with a bunch of all Big Ten, all-American guys who are top 10 picks. Good. I mean, you got 3 guys defensively there that are going to be top 10 picks for crying out loud, or could be top 10 picks. You can't make all the plays. So I say the same thing about Carnell Tate. You can't have the ball thrown to you all the time because they're going to number 4. So to make a short story long, I'll take Carnell Tate, number 6 overall. Let's get the easy stuff out of the way. It's going to make your fan base happy. Mm-hmm. Fan base watched him on Saturdays. They know he's a good player. They're going to watch him on Sundays. Plays for the Browns. Everything mixes. I don't have to sit there and yell about Andrew Berry not being a pro day. You guys had him all along. There he was. He's on your bullseye. There you go.
I agree.
Let's see if you can get the ball to him.
Will they put 6 overall pick and first wide receiver off the board expectations on him?
As far as?
Are they going to treat him like he's Jamar Chase?
He wasn't Jamar number 1 overall? That next year?
Are they first wide receiver taken in a draft? Normally the expectation is number 1 wide receiver with a bullet on your team. and a chance to be one of the best in the NFL. Nobody really feels that way about Carnell Tate.
Yeah, but the draft's the draft.
Yeah, so I'm saying
if I'm stuck at 6, I got to make the best pick for my team.
Will fans understand that and temper expectations and treat him like T. Higgins instead, which is the name that gets brought up?
Because T. Higgins, I think, could be a legitimate number 1 on another team. He wouldn't be a Jamar Chase, or he wouldn't be one of the other, Justin Jefferson, or one of the other big names that we bring up, but he'd be a number 1.
If T. Higgins is your best wide receiver, we'd say he's a number 1, but the other team's defensive coordinator is not panicking all week, going, oh my God, this guy can be a game changer, and we have to pivot and put the whole defensive assignment on stopping him. They do that for Jamar Chase.
I know I'm getting the best of both worlds with this guy. Okay, he's got great hands. He's got good. I know there was the one drop pass against Miami. He's got great hands. He's got body control. I know the 40 was a little bit slow for what people would like a wide receiver to run, a top 10 wide receiver to run. But honestly, I will give up some foot speed if I know that a guy can go up and catch the ball and be able to secure it. Like, people keep bringing up KC Concepcion. And that's, hey, fine. But when I keep hearing about hands, I'm like, well, we always keep drafting parts of a wide receiver.
Yeah.
We don't take the whole thing. So this is number 6 overall. I'm going to take a whole wide receiver. Yeah. I'm going to take Carnell Tate. So this is at number 24, and this is where I know I'm going to get the side eye from people. At 24 overall, and I've hemmed and I've hawed, I'm going to take a left tackle. All right? I'm going to take a left tackle. And I'm going to take, because Monroe Freeling's going to be gone. Spencer Fano is going to be gone. Mawanoa is going to be gone. And some of these guys are left, right tackle, guard, things like that. I'm going to take Blake Miller.
Okay.
Now, you didn't side-eye at me because you don't know the backstory right off the rip. And I'm not going to rip you for it. These are offensive linemen. Yeah. I don't expect you to. They expect me to.
I come to Ken Carman for the nitty-gritty breakdown of offensive linemen.
He has not been injured, knock on wood. He has played a tremendous career at left tackle for Clemson. Now, Dabo Swinney's going to oversell on everybody. I mean, he tried to get us to take Taj Boyd years ago, which still probably would have been better than what we have. Still, he's got an attitude. He's a leader. I think he was a captain. I got to go back and see. Okay? That part, that's off. Okay? The feet, he lunges a little bit. These things can be fixed. You can work with some of this stuff. Okay?
Are we not playing nitty-gritty football breakdown here?
He's got a lot to do. He's got a lot to do. Let him do his thing. Let him do his thing. We're good. So this is why you're going to side-eye me, and everybody else is going to side-eye me. He went to Clemson. Where's he from? This is what I hate. I'm going to take him number 24.
Parts unknown?
He is from Strongsville, Ohio.
Oh, Northeast Ohio guy.
And I can't win because I'm telling you guys, he could be from Temecula, California. He could be from Detroit, Michigan. This is a good football player. This is a first-round type of player. This is a back-end first-round type of guy. This is a good football player that you can take. And I'm telling you right now, I think he could be a week 1 starter for you over there at left tackle. I know we got DeJuan Jones. I think we're trying to fit square pegs in round holes here with DeJuan Jones over left tackle. Guys, he is clearly uncomfortable at left tackle. All right? There's no other way to say it. He's uncomfortable doing it. And if you had a 4th-round guy who you're trying to force it, why do we keep trying to force it? Let's have a nice fit and a good football player that's going to come in with a kick-ass attitude, a good attitude, the type of person that you want out of Northeast Ohio to have that type of attitude and go play his ass off for the next decade for this football team, and I don't got to worry about it. I'm not going to throw Joe Thomas's name around. I'm not going to throw Doug Deacon's name around. I'm just going to tell you what I see. In a draft like this, I want solid starters. Blake Miller, I'm going to put him at left tackle, and we're going to give him a contract in 5 years or 4 years, and we're going to be able to set our watch to him for the next decade. That's where I'm at on that. So there's my picks. I thought I would do it later, getting closer to the draft, and I went, you know what? No time like the present. I'm going to do it, and I'll deal with everybody going, Ken just wants to take him because he's from Northeast Ohio. All right, fine, whatever. I'll deal with that. I know a good football player. When I see a solid football player, I'm going to take a solid football player.
If you're telling me he's a good football player.
Do you believe it when I tell you he's a good football player?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
So I will take Carnell Tate at 6. I will take Blake Miller from Clemson at number 24. And I know he played right tackle. He's a natural left. I can put him over there at left tackle. Let's set sail. DeJuan is clearly uncomfortable. We all like DeJuan Jones. I like DeJuan Jones. I think he's more of a right tackle. Maybe he needs some time still coming off the injury. Looks great, though, so I mean, who knows? But because you made the trade for a reason, so you're going to put Titus Howard over there at right tackle, right? That's what you're going to do. But I'll take Blake Miller. I'll put him over there at left tackle. I will start him from week 1. I think he can be a starter from week 1. I think he's a high energy guy. I know he's a high energy guy. I know he's a great leader. I know people down there that absolutely love him. The only issue is because he's from Strongsville. Of course, everybody's going to start saying, "Well, Kenny, you're going to be a homer about this."
Except you didn't want Mitch Trubisky because of a lot of reasons, but
yeah.
you have not been a guy that just says take the Northeast Ohio guy, make him say dog pound a bunch of times right off the rip. Like, you haven't done that every year.
No.
So I would say that's an unfair complaint if anybody registers that in your direction.
Also, coming up at 8 o'clock, your chance to win some Cavs tickets for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. So 8 o'clock, make sure you're listening so you have a chance to win those Cavs tickets coming up at 8 o'clock. So, listen, I'll take, I did misspeak. I beg everybody's pardon. He played, I think, 4 years at Strongsville in high school at left tackle. They had him over at right. I think he's a natural lefty. I beg your pardon. Beg everybody's pardon.
I remember seeing him because we played him a lot,
pardon.
but
yes.
It's been a while, right?
The guy's a fine player, fine person. I'll stick him over at left tackle. I'll set sail. I'm not going to throw Joe's name out there.
What
I'm not going to throw
hair
Doug's name out there.
Holy cow.
Well, he's a grown man. I mean, we're talking about, what is he? I wrote down 6'7".
It was like when he left Strongsville, he was just a boy, but now
it's a coming-of-age tale.
You're beautiful. 216-474-0092. So you're okay with that?
Well,
it's not sexy. It's just listen. When I'm at 24, I need solid players.
The biggest predicament for the Browns at 6, given we all know what their needs are, is that if this were any other draft, you would take, if he's available, the top offensive lineman, right? That would go without saying. Why do we say that? Because we know it's harder to get these guys later in the draft, especially, we're fortunate to have 2 picks in the first round. It's unfortunate that Jacksonville had the year they did.
Yeah.
But typically, you're always able to get very talented wide receivers that can be even number ones, later in the first round, into the second round. Now, we know the checkered history of this team, this organization drafting wide receivers later. But you always try to build this thing on the inside out and in the trenches and on the offensive line. And it just so happens that as down as we talked about in terms of premier wide receiver talent, not that Carnell Tate can't be really good, it seems to be even worse for the offensive lineman. Like, there's not the obvious guy.
No. And I start to listen to some of the experts on it, and I'll tell you who really sold me here in a second. Odyssey Sports draft coverage is presented nationally by Bet365, where winning is everything. Download the Bet365 app and lock in your picks before the game begins. Must be 21 and older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Available in select states only. Mike Tice was the one who kind of sold me. I hear Nate Tice's podcast. I know they had him on, I think, in the afternoon. He's a West Coast guy. Now Zach's texting me.
You gotta specify. Zach Morris?
Galifianakis.
Zach Jackson. Zach actually likes it. Okay. All right. Zach actually likes my plan. All right. All right. All right.
I thought someone had died, or we were going to have to take the show in an in memoriam direction.
I'm not going to read the rest of the text. Ellis frozen over.
You guys see eye to eye on nothing.
And you can tell that I've known Zach since I was like 20 years old, and that he's basically my guiding post in so many ways, because his opinion matters that much, and I was that really that he was okay with me. What? No. Oh my God. That might be pathetic, but maybe it's the truth. I'm going to get to Rossini here in a second. She ain't going anywhere. Hold on.
Okay,
go ahead.
Just I love doing these exercises, even though you might listen and say it's irrelevant, he's not in this draft. But I like to do it just so we can kind of carve out expectations and all that stuff.
Yeah.
If Will Campbell was in this draft, where would he go?
I don't.
Just because he was under the microscope last year.
Well, because he had a great season, he got hurt, and then he was playing injured in the Super Bowl for crying out loud.
Clearly.
So I felt bad for it because, yeah, he got absolutely smoked in the Super Bowl, but he was playing injured. Which I got to tell you, I think we had a conversation after the Super Bowl. What do? Do you go out there and your whole job as a football player is supposed to be a warrior, quote unquote, go out there and play injured.
You get criticized if you don't. And
Jared, JP Bickerstaff was calling out Jared Allen for crying out loud.
And it was causing so much unease and apprehension that his coach needed some R&R time at the end of the Super Bowl.
Okay.
It's just a transition now.
Yeah, it is. All right, we ready? We ready to do this?
We are because wait
a minute. You know what? I'm gonna put it off one more. Let me take Michael in Akron because I don't want to get to this. Go ahead, Michael.
Good morning, guys. How you doing today?
Doing well. Go ahead.
There are 7 good tackles in this draft. Unfortunately, 5 of them are right tackles at the college level. Blake Miller is a great player, but I'm not convinced that he can be turned into a left tackle.
I looked into that, Michael. I think that's a valid concern. I think that's a valid. Well, go ahead and finish what you were going to say because maybe I'm cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, actually, I was going to turn it over to you. What have you seen that makes you think he can turn into a left tackle?
Well, one, he played it all throughout high school. Okay, I think he's got the athleticism. There's a couple of things that he does blocking wise. Now, this was also highlighted by Mike Tice. There's a couple of things he does blocking wise where he'll get on his toes, where you usually do want your feet planted into the ground when you're in the run block game, things like that. But if I got a guy who can go out there and play right tackle and I know that sounds like somebody familiar here, okay? I get that. But we're talking about a guy who was a team leader. According to what I just got texted, of course, I give it away. Like he missed 2 practices over 4 years at Clemson. The only knock on him is he's a little bit older. I think there's really good players here, and maybe he doesn't start week 1, Michael. Maybe you put DeJuan Jones over there, and we all hold each other's hands. But I think that he's going to be a really good football player, and I think that I want him to be. I'm looking for a solid player at 24, I guess. Like the star power isn't there. Let me take a tackle and let's just hold each other and make sure it works.
I think he's a safe player to get in the first round.
Awesome. Michael, thank you very much. Because I'm doing it the backwards way. I understand that. So I was a little bit afraid. Usually you would sit there and take the offensive lineman. But, I keep hearing about and there is versatility. And maybe I'm stuck in an old style way of thinking where a guy plays one position, but I just think it's very, very, very hard to move these guys around and put them in different spots. And so when we hear about Fano, Fano, you can put him on the left side, you can put him on the right side. Lemieux, you can put him on the left side, you can put him on the right side. And I'm making the same argument for Blake Miller, but I think that naturally, this is a guy who's played this position before. And because of I need a solid football player at 24 who's also going to start to turn, and this is a terrible, terrible argument for a lot of folks. You guys are going to roll your eyes. He's going to start to help turn the culture around. Because I'm going to need a guy to start setting the record straight. I got Carson Swessinger, all right? Unfortunately, I had Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, but, that's tragic and, brought me to tears the one day talking about it earlier this offseason. And so I need guys that are going to be in that locker room to set this team on the right path emotionally. And I think that you have some guys on defense that can do it. I think Alex Wright has come into his own. And I think a guy like Blake Miller on the offensive side can do it as well. That's where I'm at on